For me, it was like a do and die situation, because if that time if I couldn't crack, then I will be getting married. So it is like that thing. So I cracked so many interviews with the delivery, the highway, then Air Asia, and then I didn't know how to start also that Mac. So that time I didn't know that okay, Mac is very good thing.
So is there any difference between Android developers machine coding round and the normal SDs?
So it's a different. So we have one DSA round that is like eliminatory round, and then we have a 2 hour of machine coding round.
Hey, hi everyone. Welcome to Anubhav in Tech. In today's episode, we have a very special guest with us. Her name is Komal Mishra, and she is a mobile engineer, or you can say Android engineer. She has around 7 years of experience. She has worked into React Native, Flutter, iOS, backend engineering, and we have a lot of questions to ask from her experience, where all it started. So over to you, Komal. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks Anubhav for inviting me.
My pleasure. So I want to get started with your story, where all it started.
Yeah, so I come from the society where the aim of a girl is to get married, but I had a different aim. I wanted to be software engineer because like I used to see people around me who are software engineers, so I was fascinated with that word, but I didn't know where to start with. And then eventually, with the God grace, I admitted in a college, like the college in the Jaipur. So it was SKIT. They started, and then it was like computer science was my branch. From that point of time, I was very good at maths, but I didn't know anything about the coding. So from that time itself, I started coding, and then I was very shy. And like in the third year of my engineering, like our engineering, we have the placements and all. But I was good at studies, but I didn't know how to express myself. I didn't know how to how
So
I
you
will-
lacked the communication skills.
Yeah, it is like that, because I was very much hesitated in front of the
Nervous.
people. Yeah, I was very nervous that time. How will I face the interviews? How, because there were so many rounds, and for me it was like a do and die situation, because if I that time if I couldn't crack, then I will be getting married. So it is like that thing for me, and I didn't want it to be a housewife for sure.
Damn.
So that was only the motivation for me, the initial motivation to be placed. And then third year of my engineering, there were so many companies, and then in one company I got rejected. I was very much demotivated, and my mom was my supporter. She is my guider. So she was like, she motivated me that okay, that was not for you. You can just try and don't be underconfident. So from that time, I cracked mostly all of the interviews from like info, because it was on campus placement, and then it was like you know the Cognizant, Capgemini,
Most
Infosys, most of the
service-based
service based company. I got selected.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
But the thing is that one company I wanted to go just because the package was higher, and though that company was In Time Tech, and
Which company was it?
It was In Time Tech.
Okay, in time tech. Okay.
Yeah, so that was also a service-based company, but it has a like you see that some company they like.
That bigger brand. Very
Yeah, yeah. So
I
in a college, it's like okay, these are C-grade companies, these are B-grade. Not like that, but
In terms of pay,
in terms of pay.
Makes sense. Makes
So it's like I wanted to join there. I wanted to work there. I heard so much about it, and it was near to my home also.
Makes
Like my house, from my home, it was like half an hour. For me, I wanted, so it was like that. But cracking that was harder. What I heard from my seniors, that you know it was very it will be very difficult. But then I got selected there, and it was 3 people out of like
Complete college.
yeah, not complete college. It was the last round was there, and it was like 100 out of 100, 3 were selected, and I was the one girl from that from that group. So that was the very, you know.
So you must be very happy, right? You're not
Yeah,
getting
I
married
was,
and-
yeah. Then I also got the confidence. No, like it's like I did that. So
And now you
then
can
I
live
was
your
like,
life.
yeah. So that from there I started. my
Makes sense.
career.
Very inspiring story, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, what all companies you have worked with? And recently you cracked many companies, you told me.
Yeah.
Can you just name them?
So the companies that I interviewed with, and I got selected also, but my preference was always the startup because like in this type of like it's been 7 years I've been working, and I got exposure of many things that if I will be in if I would be in MNC, I couldn't get that much exposure which I have now. So I cracked so many interviews. The interviews with the delivery, the Hy-Vee, then Air Asia, and I was getting 4 tickets also.
As a
And
compliment.
that time I was in my hometown. I didn't know, had that exposure. Okay, I will be going out. So now it's like I would be someone give me. I was like, I'm done. I will be
I'll
coming
join.
to. So currently I am in Cashfree, Mobile Engineer 3, working here. So yeah, so far this is my journey.
Superb. So before we continue further in the video, I want to quickly talk about something that is, I think, is pretty relevant to students who are preparing or planning their career in tech, especially into AI and software engineering. Earlier this year, I was invited to LPU as a tech guest speaker for their Googlify 2.0, and I interacted there with a lot of students. One thing that I found pretty evident was that students were thinking beyond just getting a degree. They were asking questions about AI, scalable systems, startups, product engineering, and how real engineering works at a company like Google. And honestly, that matters a lot today because industry has changed a lot after AI. Right now, just learning coding syntax is not enough. Companies are looking for people who understand problem solving, AI tools, system design, software architecture, and how products build at scale. And the expectation is grown even for the freshers. That's why I found LPU's BTech CSE program in AI and system design pretty interesting. What makes it different is not just the traditional computer science program. They're trying to combine core CSE fundamental, artificial intelligence, system design, hands-on industry learning, and global tech immersion into a single integrated program. Another interesting part is that the global tech immersion structure. The first year starts at LPU itself, where students will start learning the fundamentals and will be prepared for industry. After that, they are coding boot camps, innovation activities, workshops, and then later they will be given exposure to different cities and even international opportunities where they will be going for hackathons, internships, and whatnot. I think this kind of exposure matters a lot because many students never really get to see how the actual global tech ecosystem works. This program also focuses on practical learning in areas like AI and machine learning, software development, intelligent system, product engineering, and system design, along with internship and the placement preparation. And the career outcomes are also aligned with the industry where it is heading toward. So students can explore roles like AI engineering, which is now very popular, apart from software development, product engineering, system architect, cybersecurity, and maybe technical consultant. So if you are someone who are genuinely interested in tech, AI, software engineering, or maybe building products from scratch, maybe a startup, I think this is worth exploring. Application for LPU Nest, this beta program will be taking you through LPU Nest, are open. And one more important thing, a gift. If you apply using my application link, your LPU Nest application fee will be discounted. So now let's continue into the video. So where were you Android developer since starting, or you switched to this role later in the
So
career?
actually from starting of my career only, I was like whatever was given to me, I just I worked in
So
that.
you
I have
accidentally became Android developer.
yeah. So it's like I am mobile developer, web developer, backend developer. So mobile developer, I have been I worked in mostly all of the technologies, like the Android frameworks, the iOS, the React Native, Flutter, so what not. So then and web development also, the React JS, Angular, all of them I worked. And then now the backend also, so as it's a JavaScript framework, so Node.js, and then the Golang also I started working. So it is like whatever came in my path, I just took that initiative and then deliver. So this
Super,
is
super. So you never had an idea or maybe you really didn't want it to be Android developer. It just your career started with Android development and you just moved ahead.
That is also a story that
Okay.
I want to share. So when I joined the InTime Tech, in the first day they were just giving us the laptop, and all were having Windows laptop, and I had also a Windows laptop at my
Personal
home.
laptop.
Right. So, but I got a Mac.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, they were just delivering like, okay, this is how you do the setup. They were like setting up our laptop, and then I didn't know how to start also that Mac. And I was like, why me also only go? So that time I didn't know that, okay, Mac is very good thing. I was like, why I can't take a guidance also, and why Mac for
naive.
me only? So I was like that. And from there, I started with React Native, the mobile development. And from there itself, I got a path and I just paved after that.
Okay, so you got a Mac so that you can do Android development in that, because Mac has a bit.
Yeah. First, initially it was React Native,
Okay.
and then eventually I got a project of
I think Mac,
Android developer.
it's easy to run Android Studio in Mac rather
Right.
than Windows. Okay, that's the thing. Okay,
Yeah.
makes sense. Super. So let's come back to the most important thing, which the interviews. You
Yes.
named a lot of companies, and some of them are very, very popular, like Cashfree, AirAsia. I want to know how important is DSA for Android developers? And you have 7 years of experience. You
Yes.
recently joined Cashfree, and you recently must have given multiple interviews.
Yes.
So how important was DSA? We'll start with DSA and we'll talk about uh, how much important is LLD or machine coding round
Yeah.
and system design rounds. We'll talk step by step.
Right.
So let's start with DSA. So
So-
you can also keep sharing from where you prepared for DSA. Maybe you can just name those resources. We won't be going to very detail because
Yes.
most of them will be very known ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So it's like DSA is very important. So whenever we are cracking any popular company, DSA is the first step, and that is like elimination step, you can say.
Elementary round makes sense.
Yeah, it is a eliminatory
Still,
round.
still for senior engineers. So you are a senior engineer.
Yeah, it is like not that difficult question.
Can I
is
can
asked, but
expect a lead code medium?
yeah, medium is you can expect.
Okay.
So initial is a eliminatory round where we have the DSA, not that difficult, but it's a medium round, medium question from lead code. So mostly I prepared from the lead code, neat code, and then
lead code 150.
yeah, 150. So there, so it's my
Did you follow any-
easy to medium only I did.
Did you also followed any paid resource or any popular Bhaiya Didi sheets?
So for now, it's like you also know, Anubhav, that everything is there in the
YouTube.
on the YouTube, on the
My videos are also on YouTube.
yeah. So it's like we don't need if we don't need if we are eager to learn. No, everything is there. If we are not eager to learn,
So you're saying you
even if
didn't
you're-
took any paid course because it was unnecessary for you?
Yeah, for me it was unnecessary because it's like I wanted to eagerly prepare, so I just pave my path. That's it.
Makes sense.
So it's like, yeah, but initially you should go for a lead code, neat code kind of
So just to summarize, she did popular lead code medium questions.
yeah,
Because she was already aware of some of the DSA parts.
yes.
And you
And neat code,
need
150.
code 150 problems,
Yeah.
and that's it. It was good enough to
Yeah, right.
prepare.
Yeah.
That's good.
And initially when I was a fresher, there was no LLD as such.
I think LLD is not expected as
Yeah, it was not expected, but now the trend has changed
Yeah.
where we have 2 rounds of LLD and the
makes sense.
HLD. It is mandatory, and that is good also because earlier when I joined, I didn't know the system all over. Like overall system, I didn't know how it worked. It was like I started with the front end and I know okay how the front end architecture. Now as a new joiner, they are aware of like whole system.
Yep.
Right, the back end, front end, how microservices are working, how front end is working, how back end is deployed. So all of these things are there. So yeah, they are very advanced. That is a very good thing that is there.
So is there any difference between Android developers machine coding round and the normal SDs, so LLDs?
So it's a different, because machine coding round for us as a mobile developer or a web developer, I'm saying. So we have one DSA round that is like eliminatory round, and then we have a 2 hour of machine coding round where they will ask you to develop or develop some application, the
Can you
mobile
give some
application.
examples?
So for the fresher it's like to do applications. For us it's e-commerce application or any.
So are you
mostly
expected to design the screens and
yeah, everything.
end-to-end solution?
Yeah, so UI, like the designing, the functionality, API integrations, all they will ask in 2 or 3 hour of that session.
Okay.
So once you are done with that,
So
then
it's actually not low level, but quite of high level. I mean, they are also expecting you to implement
Build.
the screens, and also it should be working by the
yes,
end of
yes,
the
yes.
2 hours.
And that too with the optimized approach. Not it is like you, if like the code structure, the folder structure, everything minute detailing that you do.
That now
that-
makes sense, because for SDs, if we are asked to design, I mean, write the low level of tic-tac-toe,
Yeah.
we would be expected to write classes, methods, and discuss about the databases, the functionality, solid principles. That's it. I think that wraps up in a hour of time.
Yes.
But for you, another hour is needed so that you can design
Right.
the screens, write the code for the screens, and then do the LD and wire up everything and then present.
Yes.
That makes that makes it quite difficult.
Yeah. So
Perfect.
then it's like first is DSA, then second is this machine coding round where you will ask to develop any application, and then the JavaScript round or whatever the domain that you have. If Android is there, the Kotlin, then the Java fundamentals. If you are in the React Native or JS framework, then JavaScript, TypeScript is needed. So then after that only you will be in a state that okay, now they will select you or not. As like last round
Makes
will be the behavioral round, and then
Okay, can you stretch more about the system design rounds? I mean, is it how it is different again?
yeah.
I think it is more of front end designs, or you are expected to do back end designs as well.
Yeah. So mostly if you are a mobile or a web developer, it's like mostly they inclined towards the front end architecture, and they want you to know the back end architecture also, but not that much. But front end architecture things, and then how you are just collaborating all of the services, all of the nodes to build an application, what things are needed. So I can say the front end focused, but you should know the back end.
Perfect, makes sense. So I've been hearing this complaint from Android developers that they have very less resource for preparation. Is it true?
Yes. Yeah, it's very true. The resources are less, but we have the AI, we have the chat.
I mean, you have AI right now.
Yeah.
But what about before AI? I mean, what were the resources
So
we were following?
we were having the Udemy, we had a Coursera. So from that, if they have the elaborative learnings modules. So I also started with the Udemy course only for the React Native, and for Android also the Google has one course for the Android. So from there I started, and then we had the Medium articles. So
it all dependent on interview experiences, or someone writing blog on Medium,
yes,
or Geek for Geeks interview
Right,
experience,
right.
Reddit, or maybe Lead
Right.
Code Discuss. That's it.
Yeah.
You didn't had a proper structured
Yeah.
course, tailored course for
No.
Android developers.
So
for
when I
interview.
started, like first company was there when I was working, and I wanted to switch, and then I was like giving so many interviews that at a certain point I knew what he will be asking to me.
Because
So it's
the
like,
resources are really limited.
yeah.
Makes sense. And now, what about the AI thing you were talking about?
Yeah, so AI now it's like for me also, if I want to learn something, because we know that as an engineer we are learning every day, we are learning the new things. Continuous learning process. So what as a new joiner can do, or a person who is joining now and who want to prepare for the SD roles, you just go to the ChatGPT, whatever you want role. You want a front end, you want to be a back end engineer, so you can ask it is a religious, you can prepare religiously to that. So you ask, okay, it is a your
So basically, ask AI to mentor you
teacher. Yeah,
and act like an interviewer
yeah, right,
and propose what kind of questions
Yeah.
can be asked
right.
to a 7-year plus Android developer.
Yeah. So guys, if you are also preparing, you can use AI, but instead, firstly, if you are new, you just go and check his videos and get the tips, preparation tips, and then it will be very beneficial, because now also whenever he release any of the video, I am the person who is going through that, and it gives a very good insight.
Thank you so much
Thank you so much
for your word of mouth
for like
promotion.
instead of just exploring many sites, just go one channel, and then it's like everything he is like doing great. He just go through everything, and then just for us, he just
Yeah, I try to share the crux,
yeah,
but it's not very, what do you say, fresher friendly channel, mostly
yeah.
for SD2s and above.
So
But I'll try to.
why can't you just have one video for the
Yeah,
freshers
I'll
also?
try. I'll try.
Yeah,
I'll try my best.
yeah.
Cool. But I had a very important and interesting question for you.
Yes.
I've been hearing a lot, especially from front end developers, and since mostly in Android as well, since you're
Yeah.
into it. Is AI changing the way you are coding? I mean, is it really helping you to develop fast? First is this question, and the second is the fear. A lot of front end engineers are now trying to switch to back end
Yeah.
because they feel that AI is doing their most of their job,
Yes.
and they feel their job is now obsolete, and AI can do end to end work.
Yeah.
Do you also feel the same?
So answer to your first question, yeah, now the work that I used to do in 5 days, I can be able to do in 1 or 2 days. So
Super.
that is a thing.
And also, how much percent of code
Yeah.
is written by you versus how much code is written by AI? And be honest.
So yeah, and now it's like I can say 5% by me.
95% code is written by AI.
Yeah. So that is a thing. But so it's like you use AI, but you don't
Blindly trust.
don't blindly trust it, because it will be you know the news that it is like creating some issues.
Yeah, deleting production databases.
Ha, ha,
I know.
ha.
I mean,
So there's-
hallucination part will be always there.
Yeah.
So that 5% you're saying is the mostly the review part.
Yeah, review part and bug fixing, because it is very bad in fixing the bugs.
Yeah.
So because of that, I think, and then second is accountability. The company want some accountability. So because of that, we are in existence, because AI it does the thing, but is it
AI is a yes man. I mean,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
just say yes to everything.
right, but the company needs accountability. So that's
why we are
here.
Superb. So what are the tools that you follow? I mean, you didn't answer the second question, the fear factor of front end and the Android developers,
So
especially
it
in the
is-
front end. I mean, Android developers, the front end.
Yeah.
I mean,
So yeah, that is true. That the application, it now we used to we used to build application in 2 months, 3 months. Now it's like 1 hour application will be built now with the sites that we have, the AI sites we have. So that is there, but then also it was previously also when computers were built there. Then also it was like a fear that it will
it might take our job.
it may take
But
our
rather,
job.
it gave us new jobs.
Right. So that's what we should also think, that keep learning every day. It's
Change
like
the
if you will
perspective.
not learn, or if you are like, okay, I am only a mobile developer, I will not go through the new things, I will not go through new frameworks. So those things will definitely take your job. But if you are learning new things, implementing, so just adjust as per the AI is going on.
Makes sense. Thank you for your valuable insight. So the next question is, let's say if you had to restart in 2026,
Yes.
or maybe I just want you to focus on what guidance will you give to a fresher. Consider you yourself as a fresher and you had to restart 2026.
Yeah.
What are the some topics that you learn, and how will you just start? And what kind of
Okay.
advices will you just?
So, as a fresher, firstly, DSA is the main thing
Mm.
that should be done. Okay, religiously,
many-
thoroughly.
how many
Because
DSA
now
questions?
also you see that from the time when we started and now the DSA is the one thing that is the blocker between the good companies and the person. You
But I think I have a different perspective here. A lot of companies are shifting from just DSA rather than also I've seen, especially for senior engineers, SD2s and above, the very first rounds are not DSA anymore. They
Yeah.
are asking LLD, system design,
Ha.
or even sometime the hiring manager round or the bar is around is the first.
Yeah,
round.
yeah, yes, yes.
Just that they can filter out all the good candidates or very specific niche candidate hiring.
Right, right.
What are your views on this?
So it's like for the experienced developer, but if we are fresher, right?
Makes sense.
If we are fresher, the DSA and now there's LLD and HLD.
Even for the freshers?
Basic, you can say. So basic is there, and then just focus on how the things, how it's working, like how the system is working. Because now AI will do the job. AI will code. As a fresher, I don't know what now we like. For me, 5 years I was did hardcore coding.
Yes,
So I know that if something is wrong, I know that okay, this is not I want. But as a fresher, if they religiously use AI, then it will break for sure.
So it's like coding without knowing.
Yeah, so that is the thing. So they should know the core, they should have that core understanding
That
of
makes sense.
how the system is working.
So for that, even basics will work, and then we can learn on the fly.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Another question, since you have good amount of experience, what's the one skill or maybe one decision that you made in your career that changed everything?
Flexibility.
Flexibility.
So
I
I
mean,
was
you
saying-
answered really quick. It was why flexibility? What kind of flexibility?
Flexibility is like whatever came in my way, I just did that. It's not like I am a front end developer, I will not take a back end thing. Because that time, if I had that mindset, I would not be
So basically,
here.
get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, so
Do
that
it.
is a
Try
thing.
everything.
Yeah, so what? So senior told that okay, you do that. I did that. Someone told okay, you do. I did that.
I think
Because
with AI also, everyone is a full stack developer. Everyone
now
can
it's
build
like-
front end, back end.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just a matter of thought and then converting into a prompt.
Yeah, right. So it's like if you have the idea now, if you have idea, implementation is very easy.
Makes sense. I would say huge placement to this. And what are some valuable skills other than your main React Native or iOS thing that helped you land here or crack many companies?
Okay. So majorly it's like the curiosity. So I was like very curious why this bug is there. So how can I fix that? How can I improve that? How can I optimize the system? So I was always in that dilemma. Okay, I am working on this, but how to make it optimize?
So you took a lot of ownership.
Yeah, ownership you can say.
Second last question. Second last
Yeah.
question. We'll end soon. So, would you still choose your job, your engineering job, in 2026? If let's say AI takes your job, what would you do?
Now the AI, like how AI has been built, because you know that now AI is there, but every day is changing. So if I would not be here as a software developer, I would be going in AI roles. Like
So you would still choose engineering jobs.
yeah, because it's
You don't
like,
have anything else other than to. I mean, are you religiously following engineering?
because I think engineering gives
what is
us lots of flexibility actually. Flexibility in the
So you are saying there are no jobs other than engineering jobs that has flexibility?
I don't think, because if you're thinking about the marketing job, they are like a fixed timing, and then we don't get a work from home job, and then those things are always in my mind, because now I'm fortunate that I'm engineer, so I have the flexibility to come, go early, work from anywhere. Then we have the flexibility of like 3-day working, 2-day working, or work from home also. So I also had
You can be a freelancer as well.
Yeah, so 1 or 2 years I worked from home also. Then like I did everything, like work from
Very
home, because
insightful.
we were corona. I was the corona person. So that time corona came and then I joined actually. Then I worked for 3 months from office and then I worked from home. Then 2 days and now the 5-day working. So it's like,
Very insightful.
yeah. So I don't think that this job suits me a lot.
I think a lot would be
And whatever,
reciprocating
yeah,
to
so
her.
you see, Anubhav, now whatever idea you have, you also have. You don't need many resources. You need a AI, right? And then you can implement the things, and then that idea will be useful to others.
Makes sense.
So others can also
And
use your
prototypes you
idea.
can all greenfield opportunities are very
Yeah.
easy to start with.
And you don't need any setup also. The no need
You
of
just need
factory.
yeah,
But
Claude or
just your
Gemini.
brain you need, and then you have the AI.
Makes sense.
So it has lots of opportunity, I can say.
That's true. So the last question.
Yeah.
What guidance will you give to aspiring Android developers, mobile engineers, or maybe to someone who's already into tech,
Yes.
into service based? Because now you're in a product based company
Yeah.
and you worked into many service based company previous to actually,
yes.
right? So, what are the one or two advices that you want to share to my viewers so that they can follow the same, or maybe
Yeah.
just do a +1 on it?
Okay, so the one thing is that whatever work has been given to you from the company, so it should not be like you don't need to go beyond it, because you should optimize it. It's not like your job is done, your work is done, your job is done. You should have some insight, how is it useful for the others. So that mindset you should build now, because many people are there who can do your job, but how you are different from them makes you different
From
from the
others.
people who don't have the job and who has the job. So having the right mindset, having the mindset of learning, and then and be proactive in whatever you are doing.
You have to take ownership beyond
Right.
what is assigned to you.
Yeah.
Start asking why and how
Yes.
a lot to your managers, to your peers, and to create a difference is to push or maybe just go above
Beyond
and
your
beyond,
limits.
above and beyond the expectations.
Yeah.
And I think that's why you're so early,
Yeah.
so early, a senior engineer
Yes.
in your career in just 7 years. And I'm very fortunate to have you here. And thank you so much for your valuable insights.
Thank you so much.
And if you want to connect her, if you have more questions, you can reach out to her on LinkedIn. I'll have her LinkedIn ID in the description of the video.
Sure.
Thank you so much for watching, and hit like,
Share, subscribe.
share, subscribe, and if you watch till end, do also hike the video if you like that. See you. Bye.
Yeah, bye guys.
Like,
अरे क्या एक चीज
is it?
यार बाल आ गया मुंह में
कोई बात नहीं.
हाँ.
Cut it.
Yeah, it's very true, because the sorry,
Take your time.
someone else is there, you just ask like for me also. Okay, sorry, cut. So guys, if you are also preparing for the things, you can just go through the sorry, अबे वापस बोलूँ क्या?
Yeah, it's fine.
ठीक है कि आई टू का ओनरशिप वापस बोलूँ कि